Good morning, this is Craig Hines once again. Last Sunday I talked about Palm Sunday. We were actually looking at Mark chapter 11 and 12, at least part of 12, as we discussed Jesus' entry into Jerusalem and then some of the parables that he told. This week we're going to be looking at the resurrection of Jesus rising from the dead. I had left off with the conversation with the Sadducees and the many married woman. But from that point until Jesus' resurrection, he would tell some more parables, and then he would be basically rounded up and arrested under trumped up charges and tried by a kangaroo court and crucified. So let us begin by noting that he did die. And he was crucified, he was put to death, he's now been buried, and that was on Friday. This is now Sunday morning. And so I'm going to pick up right there with chapter 16, verse 1. Now, when the Sabbath was past, Mary Magdalene, Mary the mother of James, and Salome bought spices, that they might come and anoint him. Very early in the morning on the first day of the week, they came to the tomb when the sun had risen. And they said among themselves, "Who will roll away the stone from the door of the tomb for us?" But when they looked up, they saw that the stone had been rolled away, for it was very large. And entering the tomb, they saw young men clothed in a long white robe sitting on the right side, and they were alarmed. But he said to them, "Do not be alarmed. You seek Jesus of Nazareth, who was crucified. He is risen. He is not here. See the place where they laid him." The women purchased the spices on Saturday evening after the Sabbath had ended, so that they could go to the tomb early the next morning and anoint Jesus' body as a sign of love, devotion, and respect. Bringing spices to the tomb was like bringing flowers to a grave today. These women faced two overwhelming problems as they set out to honor Jesus' body: the Roman guards and the huge rock in the tomb's doorway. These were impossible obstacles. What did these women expect to accomplish that early Sunday morning? Yet urged on by love and gratitude, they walked on, even as they wondered the same questions aloud. The church's mission is to bring the gospel to all the world, and it is fraught with overwhelming obstacles. Any one of them can appear hopeless, beyond the bounds of possibility. Against human stubbornness, disease, danger, terrorism, loneliness, sin, greed, and even church strife and corruption, what can a few missionaries hope to accomplish? Yet like these solitary women, we go out with love and gratitude for Jesus and leave the big obstacles to God. Now in verse 4, as we're looking at this stone, the stone was not rolled away so Jesus could get out, but so others could get in and see for themselves that Jesus had indeed risen from the dead, just as he said he would. Now in verse 5, Mark mentions that one angel met the women at the tomb, while Luke speaks of two angels. Each gospel writer chose to highlight different details as he explained the same story. Just as eyewitnesses to a news story, each may highlight a different aspect of that event. Mark emphasized only the angel who spoke. The unique emphasis of each gospel shows that the four accounts were written independently. This should give us confidence that all four are true and reliable. The resurrection is vitally important for many reasons. Number one, Jesus kept his promise to rise from the dead, so we can believe he will keep all of his other promises. Two, the resurrection ensures that the ruler of God's eternal kingdom will be the living Christ, not just some idea, hope, or dream. Three, Jesus' resurrection gives us the assurance that we also will be resurrected. 4, The power of God that brought Jesus' body back from the dead is available to us to bring our morally and spiritually dead selves back to life so that we can change and grow. The resurrection provides the substance of the church's witness to the world. We don't not merely tell lessons from the life of a good teacher. We proclaim the reality of the resurrection of Jesus Christ. Amen and amen.